Hello. Thank you for taking the time to view this screencast. The reason that you're doing it this way is that for whatever reason you were unable to attend the sixth grade camp chaperone meeting, in which at that meeting I went into much more detail than I will right now. Um, However, it's going to be kind of up to you to read through the information on this website, which you can find at franklincampingtrip.wikispaces.com. You should come up to this screen here when you go to that website. And on our wiki page here, you'll find all the background information on camp, kind of the philosophy, as well as some other background information, the structure of camp, the learning activities that structure camp for the 3 days, 2 nights. What would be most helpful for you right now as chaperones is the tab here that says chaperone information. So you can click there. And then on here, like I said, it'll have the information that I talked about at the camp meeting, some forms that you can download. So the first one that we're going to talk about is the chaperone responsibilities. And instead of me just reading them right now, I do expect you to take the time to read through these. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Also, at the bottom of the page, I do have just some ideas of dealing with student behavior. The main points that I expressed to the chaperones at the meeting is that as a chaperone, you're going to have one of two responsibilities. One is to that you'll be with your son or daughter, and you'll be circulating around with him or her, going from activity to activity, and you'll be in charge of not only your son or daughter but the other kids in the groups. And group sizes are about 15 to 18. Another option for chaperones is to lead an activity or help a teacher with an activity, and I do still need some parents to volunteer for those roles. So if you've been at camp before, or if that sounds something that maybe your son or daughter said that they wanted a little bit more freedom at their time, that could be an option for you. If you choose to be kind of a leader, you'll stay at an activity and teach that as your son or daughter goes through the other activities. You'll still have meals with your son or daughter, and then during the evening you'll be with them during the evening activities. So if that, like I said, there is a need, so please email me, call me if that is something that you're willing to help, because that's something that I'm still looking for. Those are the two options, the two roles that chaperones will provide for while at camp. So really, dealing with student behavior, we want all kids to enjoy camp, and that may mean that if kids are acting out or trying to gain attention in the negative way, that we ask chaperones to step in, and here are some ways to deal with that. And like I said, at any time, feel free to talk to myself. My name is Nick Campbell. Otherwise, Jeff Allen will be the other supervisor on there are two sides to camp, and he'll be on the James side. So after you read through these, if you have any questions, like I said, please email me. Then going back to the agenda, I'm just going to quickly go through some background information that may help make everything make sense. I also have the DVD from last year's camping trip. It's approximately 40 minutes long. It goes into more detail about the learning activities. I'm not going to do that now. If you're feeling nervous about chaperoning and you want to view one of those DVDs, send me an email, and then I can have that DVD sent over to your son or daughter's school, and then they can take it home and you can view it at your leisure and send it back when you're finished with it. So here's the agenda that we went through during the chaperone meeting. I do need you to, once you're finished reading through all the responsibilities, send me an email, and I'll bring up my email shortly. Um, but I need to verify that I have your current cell phone number. I need that because while at camp, if there's a child in your group that I need to get a hold of for whatever reason, I can look on my list of cell phones, call you, and say, can you please have this boy or this girl come up to the lodge? They need to take medications or whatnot. So to confirm that you are all set to go, I will need, like I said, an email saying that you've read through everything and with your current or most up-to-date cell phone number. There are two sides to camp, a Friendship and a James side. Basically, camp is we have a very large group going to camp, and we can't all be in one area. So, what happens on the Friendship side is the same as the James, and there's 10 learning activities that everything is structured through, and the kids rotate from each activity, which lasts about an hour. Uh, the students and the chaperones find out what side they're on Wednesday morning when you show up to your child's school. There'll be name tags that everybody wears. On those name tags, they're color coded to help the chaperones see who's in their group. Chaperones will also receive a little tag that has all the students in their group to go through roll call and so on. Uh, so next agenda item here says eating procedures, and actually I'll come back to that. There are two groups that you'll be assigned to and students are assigned to. One is an activity group, and that's the primary way that camp is structured. Kids will rotate, like I said, during the day through their activity groups, and you will be with your activity group from breakfast all the way up to after the evening activities. At which point, after the snack, then you'll get organized with your lodge group, go back to your cabin or your room, and then it'll be lights out shortly after there. So the primary group that you'll be with is your activity group. The lodge group is just at night. So if you are a male and you have a daughter, if you are a female and have a son, you'll still be with your child for majority of the time. Just at night, you'll be in charge of chaperoning someone of the same sex. During eating procedures, we do ask that you stay with your activity group, have the kids stay at the table that they choose and not to go with other groups. It makes, as we're feeding a large group, it just makes that procedure run smoother. So please make sure after that first day of finding the table that you're at, that the kids stay in their seats, that they don't wander around until they're dismissed, and so on. And you'll get more information while at camp. The learning activities, like I said, there's a breakdown of the 10 on the website. I'm not going to go through those right now. Please read those at your convenience. Let's see. If you do choose to be a camp or a leader or a helper, I do provide all the lesson plans and the supplies. Again, please email me if you're interested in helping out in that way. I will have extra maps. We handed out maps while at the chaperone meeting. You'll have one of those up at camp. There will be other chaperones with the maps that can help you navigate until you figure out where things are. Medications. Obviously, as your child's parent, you'll be able to give any medication that you need to your son or daughter. However, the other children in your group will report to the lodge where a Franklin staff member will give them medication. Students should not have them in their bag or anything like that. The only exception would be an inhaler, and that would be if it was prescribed that by the doctor that they could carry it. So if you see children taking any sort of medication, please notify us. They need to come up to the lodge to do so. Please help enforce that everybody wears a name tag and they keep it on the whole time. That just helps everyone make sure that they are part of the Franklin group. And like I said, they're color coded to help chaperones see that everyone is in their group. We give out water bottles on the Wednesday before camp begins so that students can stay hydrated while at camp. There will be a supply list coming home soon if you have not already received it. For chaperones, one item that is not on the list is flashlights. That's because we don't want all the students to bring flashlights. We do, like I said, we do encourage chaperones to bring flashlights along with them. Citizenship is just basically, again, student behavior. Have high expectations. Like I said, try to encourage kids to participate in activities, but do not make them feel pressured if they really are uncomfortable doing something. I said encourage, but don't push. And obviously, if, like I said, if there's any sort of bullying or teasing or anything going on, step in, squash it right away. And like I said, if you're not comfortable doing so, please contact myself or Mr. Allen. You will have my cell phone number as well as Mr. Allen's. We'll give you that on some of your name tags, so that if you need to call us for any reason, you'll have that. Student safety is our number one concern. Obviously, if students are not are participating in something that doesn't seem safe, please step in. In the case of an emergency of severe weather, on the friendship side, there's a very large bell that can be heard all throughout camp. If you hear that ringing and you're on the friendship side, you'd be in a cabin. You'd have to come back to the lodge, as that's the only place where there's a basement to take shelter in severe weather. On the James side, each lodge has a basement where you could seek shelter right in that facility. So currently, the areas that I need extra support in right now is possibly luggage drivers. Like I said, there were a number that signed up at the chaperone meeting. If you are interested in that, what that consists of is that you drive up your personal vehicle. You will take the luggage from the students, as it won't all fit on the bus. You'll just follow the buses up. When you get there, they'll come unload their stuff and take it to their cabin. And the same thing as you return back to school. So please email me if that's something you're willing to do. Like I said, I'm not sure how many spots I need for that yet, but I will get back to you if you are needed or not. Rocketry, someone was willing to help out there, so I'm good. Fishing is filled. Geocaching, I'm still looking for 3 spots. And what geocaching is, if you're unfamiliar, it's basically high-tech hide and seek in the woods. You'll get a GPS unit with the coordinates of some things that some Tupperwares that I hid in the woods that have stamps inside, and then you'll lead the kids around to try to find those Tupperware that I hid according to the GPS unit. It'll tell you about a 10-foot radius, 50-foot, 20-foot radius, depending on the overhead shade. And then once you get close, the kids will spread out and try to find it. There is a lot of walking involved in that. It is relatively easy after that initial first group that you have, then you know where they are, and then it goes relatively smooth. But we do need more volunteers in that area so that the group size can be smaller, and then all kids get an opportunity to hold the GPS and navigate for themselves. There is one additional need that's not listed, as a teacher was unable to go to camp, and what it is for is to lead kids through kind of a decision making activity where there's 3 bags, paper bags. Inside them are a number of items ranging from a $20 bill, a cell phone, a mouse trap, a rat trap. Students are not allowed to look into the bags ahead of time. The teacher says that there's items in these bags that can be harmful. There's items in these bags that can be a very big reward. This is something that a pressure that you may face. In the future in middle school and high school. Are there any students willing to reach in that bag to see what's in there? And like I said, I have this all basically worded, script out for you. Then you take students through the decision making process of what they may feel or what the risk that they're taking is. It going to be worth the reward? And then obviously if they choose to go through with it, you stop them before they reach in for that mouse trap or the rat trap. But then that's a great conversation that you have with the group about the pressure that peers may put on you of taking unnecessary risk and whatnot. So I am looking for someone to lead that as well. And that's everything in a nutshell. Like I said, there was a lot of background information that was missed. I do expect that since you were unable to attend the meeting, that you do take the time to read through the information on the website, and then to confirm that you still plan on being a chaperone. What I need from you is a confirmation email that says I've read through all the information, the responsibilities, include your cell phone number, and then please, like I said, if you sign up for one of those areas that I need, mention that there. Um, uh, what I will do is then send an email back to you saying I've received your email, you're all set to go. If you do not get that email within a day or two, try again, as we have a filter, and I try. It's like I said, most of the time they go through and I check the ones that get blocked, but if for whatever reason it doesn't go through, then please try again. My email address is Nicholas. Oops, pause for a minute. My email address is Nicholas.Campbell. Sorry, I spelled that. I'll be able to spell my own last name. Nicholas Campbell at franklin.k12.wi.us. So that is my email address, and like I said, I will respond to you saying that you're all set to go. If you do not get that email, please try it again, as it didn't go through and I was unable to receive that. So again, like I said, it was unfortunate that you couldn't make the chaperone meeting. I understand these things come up, but now the responsibility kind of is on you to get that missed information and send that email to me. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your willingness to chaperone up at camp. Without chaperones, none of this would be possible. And I look forward to meeting you in person at camp. And like I said, if you have any additional questions, or if you'd like a copy of the DVD from last year, please mention that in your email. Thank you.